All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Arizona Cardinals and the San Francisco 49ers. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat. Here we go.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down. So add that tackle for a loss to the 2 that he had a week ago.
And you know what he's doing right now?
Smiling?
Yeah, definitely doing that. But he's also patting his guys on the back, his defensive front, because they're keeping him clean, meaning no one's getting to him as a blocker. He's able to run to the football. And the plays he's making, he's spilling them in the offensive backfield.
Hey, Zoo. Mike 55, Mike 55. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Check, 55 to Mike.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Garoppolo. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down. We documented it last week. They played so well defensively. 4 interceptions. Tried to get their hands on another one there.
And when you've had 4 the previous week, you are just itching for more the very next week. And there was a great opportunity. It went by the wayside. But let's not underscore what's going on with this defensive unit. They are around the ball every time it's being put in the air.
I'm coming. Bravo. I'm coming after you. Hey, check Mike.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Throwing on 2nd down, McSorley. And Austin Seferian-Jenkins has it. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 18 on that one, and the Cardinals have a 1st down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Looking to throw on 1st and 10. Here's McSorley. And to the tight end here, Seferian-Jenkins. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. A Cardinal 1st down on a gain of 13.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because Most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that'll open things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the end routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Here's Ajayi. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
Come on, set. 10 logo.
Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day.
Go.
Out of the shotgun, McSorley. Safarian Jenkins has it. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Austin Safarian Jenkins. His first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Yeah, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Throwing now is Garoppolo. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Here we go.
Let's go, defense.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Here we go. Black 80.
You.
On 2nd and 12, Garoppolo. Deep ball for Goodwin. And this is taken in at the 5. And across the chalk into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Marquise Goodwin, his first touchdown of the new season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Gold with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Running from the gun, Johnson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 12 yards to pick up. Good enough for an Arizona first.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10, right at the 40. And an alley to run. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. An excellent run of 22 yards on the keeper and also a first down.
And a Cardinal first down.
Here we go. 18 Gator.
Now this time he'll look to throw. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Nick Bosa able to take him down. It's a loss of 3. Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase it.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
The outlaw. We own it. We own it. Check 2x3. 2x now.
On 3rd down, it's McSorley. Eluding the pressure right. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. 4th down now as San Fran's defense was strong in coverage. And the kick by Gonzalez is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard. Line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking,
he's got a convoy, and he might be gone. Touchdown, 49ers. Matt Breida. His 6th touchdown of the season. And once again, the 49ers are back out in front. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And the lead is now 14-10. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. McSorley sets to pass. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. D. Ford able to record his 5th sack of the season. And keep your eye on that man. 4 sacks last week, 1 here in the 2nd quarter. He can be so disruptive.
So what was he doing in the 1st quarter? What was going on?
Took a nap.
I think he tried to lull him to sleep a little bit. Like, yeah, okay, maybe you've got me this week. No longer. And you know, with the 4 sacks last week, it's obvious he gets his in flurries.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And coming off a 1-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. Michael Kendricks, the linebacker, there to get him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Garoppolo. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
There's Garoppolo to throw. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
On 1st down, here's Breida. And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Matt Breida with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold with the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. This is Ajayi. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Here's McSorley to throw. Able to find Isabella. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 30. Yards the pickup. Good enough for an Arizona first.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Come on, set. 70, Indy.
56. Hey, watch the slant, watch the slant. Watch the slant, watch the slant.
Now it's Ajayi. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain of 10, first down, Arizona.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Arizona.
So after the run by Jay Ajayi, here's 1st and 10. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. A gain of 10, first down, Arizona.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Double time, 3 down.
They run with Ajayi. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half in some of these shorter games.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. What's the run? They're running.
Yep.
Check 13. Check 13.
Hard. Let's go.
Here's McSorley now, 3rd and long. He finds his man Johnson. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. And the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. And some room to work. That goes for 14 yards, first down Cardinals. Charles, what do you have on that fake? The holder just taking it, rising up, and going right through the chute for the first.
It felt like something out of the way back machine. The old flying wedge where you take the little holder and get him involved inside all those big blockers, and they found a way to get the first down because I almost lost him in there until they emerged and they pulled him out of the pile and showed he picked up the first down.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
Down.
49ers have an extra defensive back on the field, a nickel set for third down. McSorley from the shotgun. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Now that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a first down, and inside the 5-yard line.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Trace McSorley with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as his guys are back within a single score. Gonzalez to add the PAT. And he's got it to make this a 21-17 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 8. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Here we go.
Single. Key 26. Oh, here we go.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Here we go.
So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Second quarter in Cleveland, and it's the Browns out to the early advantage. I would definitely imagine we'll hear more from that game as we go along. So first and 10 now from the 30. They'll start out on the ground with a jive. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
From the 39, McSorley escaping the pressure right.
Now how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
50, plant.
Watch the pass.
Here's McSorley on 1st and 10. This one caught by Isabella. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
First down, Arizona.
On the set.
54, right there. 54, Mike. Come on.
McSorley, 1st and 10. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sack back at the 38. Dee Ford, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Check 56.
Hey, team 6. Team 6. Back.
Now McSorley. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
He'll get 8 on the keeper there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal?
Watch your slant. Watch your slant. Watch your slant.
80 weapon.
Press down.
Get it.
Throwing is McSorley. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Chase Edmonds, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Cardinals have once again taken the lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
David Onyemata there on the tackle.
11.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves them with 3rd down and just a yard to go.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here we go. 180. Hey, alert.
Garoppolo to throw on 3rd and 1. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. Andy Isabella was the intended target. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down and 4.
Here we go. Wait, 80!
Watch the curve.
I got you.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo.
21. Here we go.
Let's cry all the way back home.
58, boys, 58. 58, it's Mike. Let's get the ball.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Sliding out of the pocket. He'll run it. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So it should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it.
Accelerating, and off he goes. Touchdown, 49ers. Matt Breida, 40 yards, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by a Kenner Witherspoon. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A 23-yard run. And the Niners take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Gould with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. He'll look to throw. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the safety, Jaquiski Tartt. And his guys are going to have the football back as the third quarter comes to an end. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the fourth and final quarter. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Meanwhile here, a run on first down really backfires as he's going to be brought down well behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. My music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Throwing on 2nd and long. Garoppolo, man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big play there on the catch and run, 57 yards.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. Garoppolo gives to Breida. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now Garoppolo. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. George Kittle, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. They had the lead in the 4th, but still passing. Finding the big target for the touchdown. Now that lead grows even more.
Everybody gets to join in the fun. It doesn't have to just be the wide receivers catching touchdown passes. The tight end doesn't just have to do just the dirty work inside. He gets a chance to get into the end zone as well.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. McSorley. Christian Kirk, the man he was looking for, and that'll make it 3rd down. Well, that's a perfect example of how he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's game. He is just all around the football right now, isn't he?
That he is, and it's funny because I talked with the coaching staff about drills that they do in practice, and one of them is called matching hands. And as soon as that hand is launched by the quarterback, you throw up the opposite hand and match that hand with the QB, and oftentimes you're able to knock it away, as we just saw there.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 22. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. On 2nd down, it's McSorley. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 26.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Looking to throw on 1st and 10. Here's McSorley. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Eric Armstead in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Throwing on 2nd down, McSorley. And the pressure gets to him again. Dee Ford make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
I remember throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. But they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. He hits his running back, Jay Ajayi. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. On 4th down, here's McSorley. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers... Take a look. We'll step aside. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
Here we go. Black 80.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee.
Here we go. By 20!
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Niners, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Arizona, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, go tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, go tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank. I don't wear ball mains. All I ever do is ball main. I am not a rapper, they all lame. I am not dope, I'm hard. Wait, I can power up and level up at any moment. Spitting like a semi, only give me semicolon. Couple zeros, yell nets. Every flow is unmatched, and I better get set in. Finish them. Mess around with me and I diminish them all. Even if I ever did the minimum all. In the result, I'm better kill them all. One, but I got a team with me. Batman when I got a team with me. I get mean, I get green. Show the whole game what's never been seen. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, go tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, go tank. Anything I ever do is top rank.
Designer sneakers hurt my feet now. Every beat is getting beat down. Couldn't eat, well watch I eat now. Like how you getting paid to freestyle? Different cities every week now. Every woman is a now. With state prop you looking bleak now. I was home to sleep designer sheets now. 30 different missions. When I speak they listen. Couldn't find the social fishing. Who the crew, it wasn't you. I know it's true cause you look like the opposition. Run it up. Greatest ever sums it up. I ain't have a lot when I was coming up. Kinda made my stomach turn when I brung it up. Wait.
Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, go tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a